by request of one of you viewers, let's translate Revelation 20, verse 3. Ke evalen avton istin avison, ke eklisen ke esfragisen epano avtu, inami planisi etita ethni achri telesthi ta chilia eti, metatafta di lithine avton mikron chronon, and cast him into the abyss and shut, as in shut the door, or closed it, and sealed over him, in order that he might not deceive any longer the nations until the thousand years has completed or ended. After these things, it is necessary, or it must, or he must release him, or it is necessary for him to be released, mikron chronon, a little while or a short time. So the verse is very straightforward. In context, this is about Satan, the devil. If you go back to verse 2, diavolos ke o satanas, so the devil and Satan. Revelation clearly brings the two together as one. The devil is Satan. The devil will be cast into the abyss. Avisos. This is used of an abyss, but in terms of a transcendent place associated with the dead and hostile powers, it means the netherworld, the abyss. This is especially the abode of the dead. It's referred to in Romans 10:7. It's the abode of demons per Luke 8:31. It's the dungeon where the devil is kept. Revelation 20, verse 3. So this is the abyss, and it will be shut. So once thrown in, Cleo, to prevent passage at an opening, shut, lock, bar, or it can mean to close one's heart against someone. That doesn't seem to be the case here. So contextually, it appears to be closing the abyss, keeping the devil inside. And esfragisen. This is fragizo. So this is to provide with a seal, a security measure, typically of a stone that prevents being moved from position. In the absolute, esfragisen epano avtu means he sealed, that is, the closed mouth of the abyss, over him. So epano means marker of a position relatively higher, whether contiguous or not, meaning above or over. And that's the sense that we have here. So placing a seal over him. He can't get out. He's stuck. In order that, or so that, typically ina plus the subjunctive means purpose. In order that. It can mean so that, which connotes result, with the result that. But I typically take it as purpose, whereas oste, meaning so that, but technically, grammatically, syntactically, ina plus subjunctive can mean either one, and you have to choose based on context what is the author trying to communicate. If you look at the parallels, threw him into the pit and shut it and sealed it over him. This is the ESV, so that he might not deceive the nations any longer. So that all three go with result. ESV, NRSV, and Legacy Standard. All three go with result. So their take on it is the result of throwing the devil into the abyss, shutting the way and sealing it. The result is he won't be able to deceive anyone. So I guess I stand apart in thinking that ina plus subjunctive typically means purpose in order that. So the purpose of sealing it and closing it and throwing him in there is to prevent him from deceiving anyone. But you see these three translations here where they go with result. So I stand apart. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's important to know that that's what ina plus subjunctive can mean. It can mean either purpose or it can mean result. They're very nuanced, if you think about it, they're kind of similar, but one is front-facing, the other is rear-facing. So front-facing is purpose. We're going into it with the purpose or with the goal that result is we're looking at it from the end result. The end result. So slightly different nuance in meaning. They're not the same thing. Are we splitting hairs? No, not really. They're really not the same thing. We need to be aware of the differences. And I have to admit, I'm the standalone party in this case. I don't follow suit with everybody else, and I could be wrong. But at least you know that's what's going on here between in order that, so that, purpose, result. And the majority view, at least amongst these three translations, is result, with the result that. So he won't be able to deceive the nations any longer until the 1,000 years complete. After these things, D, it is necessary. It means to be under necessity of happening. It is necessary. One must, one has to. It can mean something should happen because of being fitting. That doesn't seem to be the case here. So, process of elimination, it appears to be this idea of necessity. Something must happen. Lethine typically means to loose or destroy. Leo, to undo something that is supposed to tie up or constrain something. Loose, untie. Or to set free something that was tied or similarly constrained. Set free, loose, untie. This makes total sense. It's used of Satan bound and imprisoned in an abyss. Avton is avtos, but it's the accusative masculine singular. It's referring back to diabolos. So it's necessary for him to be loosed, to be freed. Now, lethine is passive. So in this construction, it's presented as D lethine avton, but it's actually D avton lethine. It is necessary for him to be released or freed. Mikron, chronon. So mikron is mikros. I keep using a soft K as in ch. It's not. It's micron. Micron, chronon. The chi has that bach sound. The kappa does not. So mikron, chronon. A short while or a short time, a little while, a little time, something like that. So mikros, Mikros is where we get the word microcomputer from. It means small, short, and it can be used of time. Well, chronon is chronos, which means time. This is where we get chronology from. It's an indefinite period of time during which some activity or event takes place. It means time or period of time. So in our instance, it's a short but still indefinite period of time. So to answer the question from one of our viewers, what is a mikron chronon? It's a short, unspecified period of time. We don't know how short. We don't know how long. We have no bearing on how long it will be, not based on the vocabulary. So that probably does not answer your question, except to say that mikron chronon just means a short period of time, and that's all we can say, grammatically, syntactically, or semantically. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hit the like button. Please subscribe. Share out the video if you'd be so kind. It really helps out the channel. And we'll see you next time.